In 1983, no one batted an eye about a romantic film where a teacher falls in love with her student, who's also a stripper. We saw A Night in Heaven, so you know what that means.
Schwarzenegger grow a baby in his belly, rock a rhinestone vest while whipping Justin to Kelly, or maybe see a burlesque show with Nick Crow and take a boat with speed to hitting cruise control. J-Man, Big Paul in the beautiful June, gonna take you from the goob all the way to the room. Ran the games of Street Fighter, helped to blow off steam, just a sucker punch the odd life of Timothy Green. Sharknado, the birdemic, how we staying alive. They call it in the badass and he's on the line, cranking 88 minutes cause they cool as ice, cause a bad Jim Varney looking kind of nice. Paul and June getting literal, Jason is getting laid. June is making sure all the monkey shots getting paid. They judge a bunch of movies while they're making the grade. Here's a real question for you, how did this get made? That's a good look, Haru.
What's that smell?
Hey, everybody, welcome to How Did This Get Made's Matinee Monday. I'm your host, Tall John Scheer, a.k.a. Paul Scheer, talking to you about one of the most insane films that we've ever done on the show. We actually have two special guests for this episode. We have Tawny Newsome, who you know from Star Trek Lower Decks. You also know her from her podcast, Yo, Is This Racist? Plus Jen D'Angelo, who I think is one of the funniest people. She's an amazing writer. She wrote the brand new, that's right, not the reboot, but the sequel of Hocus Pocus. She is working on some amazing stuff right now, but you might even know her from Loosely Exactly Nicole Byers show. They join us because June couldn't be there, and the four of us tackle this movie, which is so odd. Directed by the director of The Karate Kid. A Night in Heaven is about a woman in a bad relationship who goes to a strip club only to be seduced by a very sexy man who she realizes is her student, and then they have an affair and things get wild. A gun is pulled and there's a recumbent bicycle. Oh yeah, and some of this takes place at NASA. Yeah, this movie is weird. It's a Titusville set film, which is always great, and it feels like it should just be a depressing movie. Like this, if you told me like, oh, this is like kind of in the vein of, like an A24 film. No, this was a mass marketed film that is truly confounding because it's so sexual. It's also really depressing. It also has an entire score by Jan Hammer, which is great. And Bryan Adams. And there is a moment in this where we kept on rewinding it because we believe we also saw some D. That's right. We saw a dude's D during one of the sex scenes. The sex scenes are very passionate. There's also kid businessmen, but it's not like a kid businessman with the kid with the bike in the BMX kid. This movie is wild. Take a listen to a clip.
So he's told her that he's famous. He said he's a rock star. This comes up later in the movie where he's like, yeah, I'm a rock star. Really, he's a stripper in a stripping circus.
But that is
so
that the nightly attendance is 1,100.
Apparently, they're Aerosmith for shitty strip clubs.
It is. I mean, they have full-on production level numbers in this thing.
Yeah. So I feel like
every stripper makes out with every woman.
Yes. It's the
There's
most horrific
so much
kissing.
making out that I was like,
so many
It's
cold sores.
disgusting.
The whole movie
Everyone
is
has a
butts
cold
and
sore.
tongues.
No.
Everyone is just...
I was just going to say, so this
keep
woman...
in mind, it's Florida. So they all already have the same herpes.
I love an Orlando tale because I feel like this is where people live and have real life experiences.
Well, then I don't understand this woman's accent because she's in Orlando, right? And
I heard you.
She's like,
yeah.
I heard you told me you were famous. That's why we had sex last night. But then she's basically saying, what she says next is like, but I don't think you are famous. So she's basically like, were you misrepresenting yourself in order to have sex with me? Because that's a form of sexual assault, and I feel like this movie doesn't have the vocabulary to really tackle these issues. But for some reason, the woman screenwriter had something tugging at her fucking brain where she was like, we have to talk about this sex under false pretenses thing.
But
so you give me, the character with the least amount of agency or point of view, to have to do this fucking heavy lifting in the first 6 minutes? Like, And then never to be seen again, like dust in the wind.
Can I just I agree with everything you just said, and I also just think from a screenwriting perspective, it's overcomplicating the issue. Why couldn't she have just seen him at the strip club and say, I want to fuck that guy?
Yes.
As if that's what his whole life seems to be anyway.
There's plenty of women like that. Why do you need an extra woman who's like, you lied to me about who you are? It's like, no, there's women who you said the truth about who you are to who want to fuck you.
But here's what I can't figure out is, and all that being true, here he is exiting her home. Slick is there in the Corvette.
He is also barefoot.
Waiting for him to pick him up from the place he's just had sex with someone else.
But
and if you go forward a few seconds, his mother is there.
Well, this is the trailer park element of it.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just saying everybody lives in the trailer park?
Well, I think that I would believe that what is going on
How does
is
Slick
that
know where he is?
No, this is what I think it is. Slick is coming to visit him at home.
So is he home right now?
No, they live in the trailer park.
Who does?
Everyone.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, no, wait. I believe that I gotta look at his name. That Rick lives in the trailer park.
Okay.
Slick is coming over to his house, but she hits a stop sign, which is right there.
No, she's parked.
We are two.
No. She's parked. Watch. Back it up, but just play. Just hit play. Okay. So wait, pause for 1 second. So Rick has just bone zoned the blonde, right? He's like, I gotta go. I got a ruffled tuxedo shirt.
He's wearing the Jerry Seinfeld pirate shirt in yellow.
He gives her a weird kiss and he exits. Now, Slick
before she files rape charges against him.
Slick is parked across the street. She's waiting for him, right?
She's waiting to pick him up.
I believe
She's
that
picking him up.
She's picking
to
him up.
take him to school.
To take him to school.
But
is she his girlfriend?
No, they have a very strange relationship that makes no sense.
Because she's got a boyfriend, right?
Oh, what?
What?
I
think he's the boyfriend.
No, because later in the car, doesn't she say, I'm moving with that boyfriend? Like when they have that scene in the...
That's a sister.
Oh, that's
his actual sister.
I'm not kidding. I am here to say we will not get past the first 15 minutes of this movie. Here's the update. I'm not even kidding. The next 3 episodes of this podcast are going to be this one movie.
All right.
So now we can play.
So I still believe that Slick is going to Rick's house. Rick and his mom live in the trailer park.
This is what I think. I think Rick took the blonde to his house, and Slick is out front being like, I'm here to take you to school, asshole. And he's like, oh, I just blasted this lady.
But why wouldn't Slick pull up in front of the house?
She kind of is.
It's a little far away. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, he's like, okay, I'll see you later.
Honest is all I know.
Okay.
By the way, she's fully dressed. He hasn't gotten shoes and his shirt on, so I don't even know what
The
happened.
no shoes thing has plagued me this whole movie. He's barefoot for far too long into this scene and the next. Then in the dance scene where everyone's in a dance class, they're all wearing dance shoes, they're still barefoot people. This goes to, black people all the time are like, white people love to be barefoot. It's a thing that we think, it's a stereotype, and I'm sorry, but this movie is perpetuating
Here's
it.
the thing.
So you have them to blame.
Here's the thing, and I'm gonna back you up 100% because I believe firmly feet are gross.
They're bad.
100%.
Cover them up,
Cover 'em
everybody.
up.
They're bad.
Nobody wants to see your grubby, gross
Sandals
feet.
walking around the city. Ugh.
Also,
disgusting.
Also, Slick, the first time she speaks, she has 6 questions she asks in a row. 6 questions. It's like they wrote her dialogue from a Trivial Pursuit game.
And she is also driving a brand new car. There's so much going on here.
And if you think they're gonna get into it, they're not. Because guess who's about to arrive in this scene?
All right.
Rick's mom.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Also, Slick and Rick?
That's what I said. Why make it rhyme?
I need to get into this mom character
You
in
don't
more
have to drive what you
detail.
sell on
Sexually?
TV. Not get those dots.
Yes.
Why don't you just give me a break with the
car routine? Did you steal
Your
it?
sixth
I
question.
bought a used fuckwad and I came over here because I thought I'd give you a ride. But since you seem to be otherwise engaged...
Can I drive it?
I don't know. Can you?
Morning, Slick.
Hi, Mrs. Johnson.
Rick, honey.
Is
Different
she not
house.
exiting the same house?
Different trailer.
Different house. This is like their house is closer. She's running.
What? What are you talking? Okay, so
Watch,
wait.
she's gonna walk by it.
So pause.
Look at all the
Wait,
puddles.
wait,
Look
wait,
at all the
wait, wait.
puddles
She's
on the
walking
ground.
by it.
Pay that phone bill.
It's the same house.
I gotta work on my...
Is it?
It's two modular homes.
It's not the same house? Okay.
Look at the ground.
So here's the thing, you asshole.
I actually think that they. I
Here's
actually
the
think.
thing, even if it's not the same house. So you're telling me the blonde that he fucked last night lives so close to his house that the mom could have exited a house next to Shoot. So the blonde lives next to Rick and is like, wait, I don't know. You're famous. How come I've never? It's the same. So she fucked the neighbor? What?
And he couldn't get any shoes. Look at the puddles on the ground.
So I guess
I also firmly believe in rewatching this scene on silent while you guys are talking that they moved a different location because he's not walking by any of this stuff. When he exits the scene, he's not walking by this giant sign or this flagpole. Because if you look here,
You guys,
Okay.
an hour into this movie, there's a kid businessman that has one line and leaves. And we're spending time on this.
all right.
By the way, I'm not kidding.
So right.
I could talk about the kid
So wait.
businessman
I literally-
for an hour.
Yes.
I just want to hear.
upset.
This is my pitch right here.
This
And
is the best movie ever.
A Night in Heaven is now streaming in our regular podcast feed. You can listen to that right now. Or if you want to listen to our whole back catalog without listening to Matinee Mondays, you can do that by subscribing to Stitcher. That's right. Just use the offer code BONKERS. Get a month free when you subscribe. All of our back catalog is there, commercial free. All of our new episodes are there, commercial free. It's a great little investment. And this movie, A Night in Heaven, is a great investment too. It won a Razzie Award for Worst Actor. And people did not like this movie. It was a bomb. It grossed $5.5 million on a $6 million budget. So I'm not a mathematician, but that isn't good financial sense. Anyway, I hope you enjoy A Night in Heaven. I truly did enjoy it, even though this movie is a real. I mean, look, they're all stinkers. That's the premise of the show, right? We know what that is. I hate when people say to me, Paul, how could you watch it? That's what we do. Anyway, if you like our show, How Did This Get Made? Please like, subscribe, follow, do all the things that you do. Tell your friends about it. We always like to grow the show. And we also like to grow this YouTube channel, which is the only place for How Did This Get Made content, official How Did This Get Made content. So we'll see you next week for Matinee Monday. And in the meantime, follow us at How Did This Get Made and follow us here on YouTube.